Live now. Right, we're live on Instagram. What's happening? Live on YouTube. I think we're live on FaceTV, on good old Facebook. Yes, we are. Buzzing. So we're going to give it a few minutes, as we always do, to jump on. If you're watching this not on the live, on the replay, as I always ask, please give me a hashtag replay. Excuse me, just so I know how many people do watch the replay. A lot of you guys do that. Thank you. I really do appreciate it when people do as I ask. I sound a bit of a knob there, but yeah, we'll put the hashtag replay. I appreciate it. Cool. Right. We've got a few on now. Someone leave me an emoji, please, in the comments, just to let me know that you can hear me and you can see me okay. Recently, I've been having a fucking nightmare with my microphone and my camera. Like, honestly, I was doing a podcast with a client yesterday and it just cut off. And I think there's something to do with my power bank. It's all to do with fucking Mac and Apple and it, load of shit, but we don't change if we use it. So hopefully everything is running smoothly. Everything is all right. Cool. It's been a while. Hey, Fred, hope you're good. Cool. I'm taking it that everyone can hear me and see me then. Been a while since we've done a live. I've got a really good one. I always say I've got a really good one, but this is good. It's going to be about the diabetes management pyramid. I'm not going to get into it until we hit record and we fucking start, because this is it's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a great podcast, this. Cool. Right. I want to give it another 30 seconds because I do want to get into this sharply. Making sure we're still live on YouTube. Cool. Facebook. So anyone watching on YouTube, if you guys watching on Instagram and Facebook don't have me on YouTube, go over to fucking YouTube, type in Type 1 Tom, go and subscribe to my channel. Yeah? Because I can do like this. It's all right me putting out like reels and stuff like that, but that's what we call short form content. You can't get that much value across. Whereas doing podcasts, lives, YouTube videos, I can deliver so much more value to you guys because it's longer. Yeah? So go and subscribe to that, my YouTube channel, Type 1 Tom. If you're watching it on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, please. If you're watching on Facebook, hit like, give it a share. Same with Instagram, you're watching, hit like. Make sure you're following me as well on Instagram if you're not following me already. Right, should we stop chatting shit and just get straight into fucking delivering value for you guys? Let's hit record. Let's get this fucking party started. 3, 2, 1. What is happening, gang? Welcome back to the show, to the Type 1 Movement Podcast. Changed it up there, didn't I? I don't think I've ever done that. In 200 and odd episodes we're on now. Absolutely buzzing that we're on that. So in this episode today, I'm going to be chatting about the diabetes management pyramid. More on that in a second. As I always say, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app, as it really does help me reach more Type 1 diabetics and positively impact our community. I run no paid advertising to this. It's just off me promoting it and you guys promoting it. So I do really appreciate that. Also, give it a screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories, share it on Facebook, and tag me, Tom Allison, on Facebook or at Type1_Tom on Instagram, so I can reach out and say thank you. So, just saying to the guys on the live then, I feel like I've not been live and on a podcast. I've done a podcast episode because I've been doing loads with clients and I've got loads of fucking shit up ones to come for you guys. But I've not done a live like this like I normally do. It's been a good three weeks, I think. Just because, a bit of an update, we've been that fucking busy, like in terms of obviously like our program and stuff. We've taken on another coach. So obviously I've got clients. Freddie who's coached for us for a good few months now. She's been with us for fucking what seems like forever. She's watching the live. Love you, Fred. Thank you for everything. So Fred started taking on clients. She's now full. So we've employed a new coach called Claire, who's coming coaching for us. Claire's been like a personal trainer for like over 10 years. And some people may think it's odd that obviously it's me, it's my company, I coach and stuff, that sometimes it's not going to be me who are coaching certain people, but you need to look at it this way. My ultimate goal is to impact as many lives as I possibly can in terms of Type 1 diabetes and Type 1 diabetics and help as many people as possible. Now, if I was a one-man band, I can probably manage 40 or 50 clients and then my head falls off. It's a lot because our program's one-to-one. It's very hands-on. That would be it. It's 40, 50 clients at a time, 40, 50 Type 1 diabetic lives that I can impact at a time. But if I've got people coming helping me coach and they're on the same, that's like 150 at one time. That's a huge impact, a much, much bigger impact at helping us on like our mission. So that's why I'm able to take on coaches, coach them up, and they can coach clients because it's just helping me and them impact the lives of more Type 1 diabetics at a time. And that's the ultimate goal. That's the goal with our program. That's the goal with all the fucking time that I spend putting free content out, doing free live trainings. Great one we did last night. Chat about that in a second. I'm doing these podcast episodes as well. Like, that's it. That is the goal. whether you're one of our clients or not. I just want to impact your life and deliver value in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. So this is why I've just been absolutely crazy busy. And I've not had, maybe I could have made the time to come on live, but fucking I've come on now. Yeah. And what I wanted to talk about is a diabetes management pyramid. So we did a free live workshop last night in our free Facebook group. If you're not in our free Facebook group, you need to DM me saying Facebook or just FB, put FB for Facebook, and I'll get you in the group because we're delivering so much fucking value in there. And last night we delivered a training about how to bolus for high fat and high protein meals. And at the start of these trainings, I always speak about the diabetes management pyramid, and this is what I wanted to chat to you guys about. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the nutritional pyramid, and it's basically, if you imagine a pyramid, it's quite hard to describe on this. It's always better when it's on a presentation, but we're going to run with it. If you imagine a pyramid, the biggest part at the bottom up to the sharp point, so the most important up to the least important. For nutrition, it's things like what can someone stick to, calories, macros, micros, meal timing, meal frequency, all the way up to supplements. Now, I don't think anyone's done it for type 1s. I may be wrong. I think I might be the first. I might fucking trademark this shit. Yeah. So this is how I view it for us as type 1 diabetics. This is the diabetes management pyramid for us as type 1 diabetics in terms to improve our control, our health, and ultimately live a long and healthy life, because that's the fucking goal, right? I'm going to go from the most important to the least important. Yeah. Most important to least important, and give you some tips along the way. So the most important, and no one can really argue with this, the most important thing that we need to have control of right at the base foundation of managing our diabetes, our life, and our health is our mindset. It's our mindset. Everything else builds on top of our mindset. If your mindset's fucked, I've seen it time and time again, it will be really hard to build on that. But the good thing is you can always sort that. We always get a choice in that. And I'm very big on this. So mindset would be like things like how you view yourself as a person. I know this sounds quite deep, but it fucking is at the end of the day, because type 1 is a challenging condition. But it's how you're viewing yourself as an individual. It's also how you're viewing your diabetes. Do you choose the victimized card, like, oh, fuck, why did this happen to me? And you bury your head in the sand and think it's going to go away, because it fucking ain't, I'll tell you that. Or do you choose to be a victor and be like, right, I'm going to fucking do everything in my power to learn about this condition and to fucking take it by the balls and control it? You get to make that choice, team. You have two choices: bury your head in the sand, be a victim, or be a victor and decide to take charge and take control of it. This is part of your mindset. And then we've got other things like, how do we speak to ourselves? How do we talk to ourselves? Because this sounds fucking crazy and some people might laugh, but we have more conversations with ourselves in our head than we do with anyone else throughout of our life. Yeah. So how are you talking to yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're a shit diabetic and all this sort of stuff, or are you saying, you know what, I'm going to keep trying, I'm going to keep pushing forward? How you talk to yourself underpins everything. And this comes down to your mindset. Yeah. Also, on the flip side is what I delivered to the guys on the free training last night is we need to have things in our life that help us escape the day-to-day living and the mental stress that comes with being a type 1 diabetic. This could be meditation if you're into that. For me, it's things like getting on the decks, doing a mix, trying to create music, going out on my push bike, motorbike, walking my dog, like anything that would seem like kind of meditation, I would say this is, but anything that kind of stops you thinking about diabetes and lets you mentally unpack and de-stress. This is a big part of your mindset as well. This is ongoing work. So at the base of this diabetes management pyramid, we've got our mindset. Trust me, if you're having a really hard time with that, everything else will just crumble. Unfortunately, it's the way it is. But then, as I keep saying, you get to make that choice. Also, good for mindset is, do you need to speak to a therapist, a counselor? I've spoke to many. Nothing fucking wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that at all, mate. Like, this is part of us building a solid mindset and a solid foundation. Everything else will build from that. Next step up, we've got our basal rate. I bang on about this all the time. It is the foundation step up from mindset first, then basal rate. It underpins the physical aspect that we're doing when it comes to managing our blood sugar levels. Basal rate. I've got so many fucking free trainings on how to test your basal rate and done so many podcasts. If you want it, DM me, say basal, and I'll send you one over. Next step up from that, we've got figuring out your insulin to carb ratio. You need to get your basal rate sorted before you try and figure out your insulin to carb ratio, which is how many units you need per 10 grams of carbs. Yeah, that's the basic equation. Again, I've got loads of free trainings. You want that training, DM me carbs and I'll send you that over. So far on this diabetes management pyramid, we've got our mindset, the most important one. We're working on that constantly. I'm a pretty strong, like, solid frame of mind guy, but I'm still working on it all the time. I still have hiccups. I still have hurdles. That's fine. Yeah. Still have hiccups. I still have. That's fine. It's going to happen. And then from there on up, we have basal rate. Working on our basal rate. We'll be constantly adjusting and tweaking this depending on what's going on in our life, stress, body comp, activity levels. Then from there, we have our carb ratio. Yeah. Then after our carb ratio on this pyramid, what we then have is bolusing for fat, so high fat foods, and bolusing for proteins, high protein meals, high fat meals. This is the training that we delivered last night. Yeah. So this is things like split bolusing if you're on pens, and it's also extended bolusing if you're on a pump. So far we've got on this pyramid our mindset, building a solid frame of mind. We've got our basal rate, we've got our carb ratio, we've got bolusing for fats, and we've got bolusing for protein. Then right at the very top, this is the last block that is the fucking least important, is diabetes tech. Someone can argue with me on that, but this is things like having a Libra, having a Dexcom, having a Medtronic sensor, any CGM or FGM, having an insulin pump, this basal IQ, bolus IQ, closed loop systems. These things are diabetes tech. These are luxuries. We don't need them. The luxuries. What we always need is injections and a finger prick device. You can manage your levels on that. It's possible if you've got the skills. But diabetes tech is a luxury. The most important is mindset, then knowing your basal rate, your carb ratio, bolusing for fats and proteins. Right at the tip of this pyramid to the least important is diabetes tech. A sideline to that is if you have hypo unawareness and you don't feel your hypos, then yeah, having some sort of CGM is important. I can't dispute that. But if you've got a messed up frame of mind, you don't know your basal rate and your carb ratio, you're not sure about how to bolus for fats and proteins, just going getting some sort of next bit of diabetes tech is like putting a plaster over a cut that needs stitches. It's not going to work very well. Yeah. So that's why it's right at the top of the diabetes management pyramid, is least important. Yeah. Also, there's a few things I want to add that are constantly circulating around this pyramid. Yeah. So we've got this pyramid. Most important, mindset, basal rate, carb ratio, bolusing for high fats and high proteins, diabetes tech at the top. Constantly circulating around this pyramid is a few things. It's nutrition, so eating well, leading a healthy lifestyle, nutrition, and working out your activity levels, because that's a constant ongoing thing that circulates around this that is really going to help you with your control, your health, and live a fucking long and healthy life. Inside that as well, we've got support. So we've got this pyramid, and circulating around it, we've got eating well, exercising, our activity levels, and support. I don't just mean support from a coach like myself. I mean, it might be a community that you're in, like our free Facebook group or a support group, or just speaking to someone that understands it. That is so fucking important. Yeah. So we've got all these parts of the diabetes management pyramid. Go over them again for anyone that missed it. Most important part, the base foundation, mindset. Get that right. Yeah. You'll be constantly working on that. I am. Then we move up to basal rate, getting that sorted. Then carb ratio, insulin to carb ratio, then bolusing for fats and proteins. And then all the diabetes tech that are actually luxuries. We're so lucky now. You speak to people that have had type 1 diabetes 30, 40, 50 years, they'll tell you there was fuck all like that then. Yeah. So it is a luxury. See ourselves as very blessed and privileged to be able to have insulin pumps and Libras on prescription and all that sort of stuff. It's a luxury. It's not a necessity. That's why it's right at the top, unless you have hypo awareness, as I said. Then circulating around that constantly, the habits of a healthy lifestyle. Eating well. I know that's very broad, but eating well. We're all adults. We know how to not fucking eat like a knob, but eating well, staying active, working out, and having support and talking to people. Those three constantly circulate around this pyramid. Get all those right, get those falling into place, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't have well-controlled blood sugar levels, be a healthy diabetic, body and mind, and you've got the skill set, limit the risk of any long-term health complications that we all do face, even myself, and live a long and healthy life. Team, that is it. If you got value from this episode, as I said at the start, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app, as it really does help me reach more type 1 diabetics. Again, give it a screenshot, share it on your stories on Facebook. Let me know, tag me so I can reach out and say thank you. Thanks so much for listening. I appreciate your ears. Until the next episode, have the best day ever. Peace. Cool. I've seen a few questions coming in then. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes going through questions. If anyone does have any questions, feel free to stick them in the comments and I will answer them for you. Cool. I'm going to have a quick look through. Yo, Shell, I hope you're good. Fred forever. Yeah. Thank you very much. Do you like low carb? Do I like low carb? Personally, no, because I do a lot of running, I do a lot of cycling, I do stuff that's very glycolytic. So for me, I've tried low carb in the past, doesn't work for me. Some people, so when we get clients coming on board, I always ask them if like I'm eating low carb. I'm like, all right, cool. Do you enjoy it, or are you just doing it because you're trying to manage your blood sugar levels? And this is something to ask yourself if you're a low carb, you like low carb. If you're doing it because you enjoy it and it suits you, fucking great. Don't let anyone tell you any different, not even me. And I won't. I never push. I love carbs, but I never push that onto someone if they're like, I enjoy low carb. I don't just do it because, for helping my blood sugar levels because I'm scared of carbs. I do it because I enjoy it because I feel good. Fine. If you are eating low carb because you're not sure about bolusing for carbs, you're getting spikes and that, and you're trying to avoid that, but you actually want to eat them, then you need to learn how to fucking bolus for carbs and manage it. That's the way that I view low carb. Hopefully that answers that. Please guide me towards T1D for my 10-year-old. Unfortunately, I am not covered, and I did a podcast episode on this. I'll cover it now. My insurance, so as a coach, you have to be insured. Touch wood, God forbid anything happens, you have to be insured if you're coaching people. My insurance doesn't cover me for under 21s. So I can't advise or help anyone under 21s. I did a full podcast episode on that and why I went more in depth and stuff like that. I'm not sure what number it is, but it's definitely on iTunes and on Spotify. So go and check that out. Fred Tom will go over questions. Yes. I am watching Sobril now live with my family. Please watch your language. In a nice possible way, this is who I am. Anyone that's watching this that doesn't agree with my language and doesn't like it, don't fucking watch my content. Straight up. Simple as that. And I always say that. I get so many comments on my reels and stuff that people have just found me and they're like, it's good information, but watch your language. I'm authentic. I am me. I swear I'm direct. I'm straight to the point. It's just who I am. The worst thing for me is if I come onto these, imagine this, I come onto these and I'm not who I am. And then someone meets me or they come into our coaching program and I'm completely different. They'll be like, you're a fucking fraud, mate. Like, I thought you was all nice and prim and proper, and I get to know you, and I come into your coaching program, and you're effing and jeffing, and you're blunt, and you're tough love. I'm just authentic across the board. And to anyone that doesn't like it, nicest possible way, don't watch it. Simple as that. Don't like me, don't like my content, don't watch it. Have you tried Freestyle Libra 3 pods? I have not tried the Libra 3 yet. I've tried Libra 1, then I went on to Libra 2 a few months ago. I've tried loads of the Dexcoms, not the new one, the G7 is it, but I've not tried the Libra 3. And I think if I'm mistaken, I don't think any of our clients have tried it yet. If anyone's tried the Libra 3, let us know. Reach out, let us know how you're finding it as well. Cool. Does anyone else have any questions before we close out, before we jump off? Hopefully all you guys got some value from that. If you did, leave me a fire emoji in the comments, even if you're watching this on the replay. Hopefully the thought of the pyramid, the diabetes management pyramid, really helps give you a little bit of clarity on where your energy should be focused in terms of improving your control and your health. Cool. Right, we're going to close it out there, team. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I'm back consistently now with these lives. Until the next live, peace. Have the best day ever. Thank you.